let's see what we got here. U.S.-Iran expresses optimism following second round of nuclear talks.
The U.S. and Iran expressed optimism after last night's round of nuclear talks. The U.S. wants Iran to stop production of highly enriched uranium, which it believes is aimed at building an atomic bomb. Iran doubled down on its right to enrich uranium, but has suggested it's willing to negotiate some compromises in return for sanctions relief to ease the pressure on its hard-hit economy. Talks will pick back up next Saturday in Oman.
I shouldn't even like that, to be honest. Because notice how they only right. It sounds like it's a one-sided, and it sounds like Iran's right. Not even saying, "Hey, that's not what we're doing with the fucking uranium," but.
Steady, men.
Lexington and Concord reenactment.
Give me an armed guard. Give me an armed guard. Lay down your arms. Disperse and return to your homes. No one will be harmed. Lay down your arms. Disperse, you rebels, disperse. Get those men back in the ranks. Get those men back in the ranks. Get those men back.
Them redcoats.
Halt! Form! Foot! Quit the field! Quit the field! Give way and quit the field! Quit the field! Get those men back in the ring! Get those men back in the ring! Samuel Corporal, stay Parsons, I'm holding on the fire! Get back into your ring! Maintain your rank! Get back in rank! Get control of your men! Samuel Private, back in rank! Samuel! Play a rally! Here, let's hear it! Let's hear it! Return to rank! Get those men back! Come forward, come forward, come forward.
Brothers, patriots, it was only this morning that 8 men lay dead, and many others gravely wounded on this very ground. The innocent blood of our brethren makes this soil a hallowed place for future generations, for today it shall become a fertile field that will yield a rich harvest of freedom.
All right, there we have it. Lunch lady groomed and sexually assaulted high school. Okay. Jeez. Wow, there's been a lot of fucking, like, sexual assault high school shit coming. What the fuck is happening? Dude, this is like, dude, it's been like one every, like, I don't know, couple weeks or some shit that they. It's just like, what? God damn, I didn't know the frequency at which this shit happens is that much. My goodness. Miss Rachel breaks silence on Gaza, posts amid calls for DOJ investigation.
Figure for children on the screens of many family households defends her post she made about the war in Gaza. A pro-Israel organization penned a letter to Attorney General Pam Bondi accusing Miss Rachel of being a mouthpiece for Hamas propaganda.
Who?
Hi.
Oh, this lady?
Hello. Can you say mama?
Rachel Griffin Accorzo is a YouTube sensation known for her educational videos teaching young children key milestones, from speaking in sign language to songs and emotions. After weeks of silence, Miss Rachel spoke out Thursday about her post. On Instagram, she said standing up for children, especially the most vulnerable, is the right thing to do, adding that all children deserve protection from violence and access to basic needs. Stop Anti-Semitism, a Jewish civil rights group, led the push for a Justice Department investigation into Miss Rachel. The group pointed to her post about children in the Gaza Strip, alleging that she is sharing content debunked or disputed by Israel.
Oh my God, I forgot about
where
this.
Miss Rachel shares that her friends, the children who watch her videos in Gaza, have seen their homes reduced to rubble and they deserve to be children. They also criticize her for sharing the death toll reported by the Hamas-run ministry, a number that Israel disputes, as well as a picture
she's
of a
getting
child
her
who suffered
information.
from cystic fibrosis, contrary to claims that it was a case of malnutrition. The organization claims that
so
since
she keeps
October of last
basically
year, Miss Rachel has
perpetuating
used her platform
misinformation.
with millions of followers to sway public opinion, suggesting a foreign
that kind of
entity
sounds
may
like
be
people on
funding her
Twitch.
sudden outreach. Stop Anti-Semitism director said social media influencers increasingly get paid to post. When a child-centered personality like Miss Rachel begins posting Hamas-aligned messages, which are so out of character, it draws our attention. In response to Miss Rachel speaking out to their investigation calls, Stop Anti-Semitism told the New York Post they question why has a children's content creator who had never previously engaged with the Israel-Palestinian conflict suddenly posted over 50 times in support of one side, often repeating their propaganda. Adding, Miss Rachel claims to be for all kids, but her silence on the suffering of Jewish children tells a different story.
Bullying is so bad. It's
Got
so
him.
bad.
I mean, it's
But
not.
saying I don't care
Not my
about all kids
bro.
is like, it just hurts so bad. That is who I am.
Miss Rachel has previously stated that she cares for all children, Palestinian, Israeli, American, Muslim, or Jewish, from every country, with none excluded. She also launched a fundraiser in 2024 for children living in war zones like Gaza. It's unclear whether the DOJ is investigating Miss Rachel, but the New York Post has confirmed the agency has received the letter. For Straight Arrow News, I'm
I think someone, it's literally someone fed post, right? Being a Fed informant or some shit. And trying to get her fucking tagged, it sounds like. Gotta love Fed informants. They love stirring shit up.
Away in Gwinnett County this morning, where police are trying to determine who shot a 22-year-old man in a Snellville neighborhood. This happened in broad daylight on Bryant Drive. And Good Day's Lindsay Tooman is live this morning at the Gwinnett County Police Department with these developing details. Hey, Lindsay.
Hey, good morning to you, Caitlin. There are still so many questions in this case. One of the biggest ones for the family is why the victim was in this area. They say they're not from there. That's not where he lived. And now police are trying to get to the bottom of this case as well. Gwinnett County investigators were originally called out to that scene on Bryant Drive at around 5 o'clock.
So there's a
Saturday
dead dude who
evening.
does not live
Call
anywhere
about a
near
shooting.
that
When they
area.
got to the scene, they found a man's body by a vehicle at the dead end of the road there. His family identified him to Fox 5 as 22-year-old Brian Smith, and they tell us they live in Loganville. They don't know why he was in that area of Snellville, and neighbors who live there say they were on high alert after hearing the gunfire on what they describe as a typically very quiet street.
Scared because there is gunshots that keep going up somewhere over there sometimes. People practicing, I guess. But this one was right there, you know? You could hear it. And then, like, I heard something speed away.
Well, in Gwinnett County, investigators at this point have not released any details about a potential suspect or description of a suspect. As soon as we get that, of course, we'll pass it along. In the meantime, they're asking if you have any information.
Someone's doing some murdering.
Crime Stoppers as well. Reporting live in Gwinnett County, I'm Lindsay Tooman for Good Day Atlanta.
Lots of unanswered questions, that's for sure. All right, thanks, Lindsay. And
South Fulton. Jesus, what is going? There's a bit of.
Good evening. Thanks for joining us tonight on
There's
ABC
been
10
shootouts.
News at 11. I'm Max Coldwasser. One person died this morning in an officer-involved shooting in Bonita. This is video from the scene on Country Vistas Lane.
So fucking
SWAT
riot
units were called
shields.
in over reports of a family disturbance involving a firearm. ABC 10 News reporter Tali Latoy was at the location where it happened, and she has more on what the investigation has revealed so far.
It's quiet now in this Bonita neighborhood, but this morning the scene was
Uh-oh, here we go. Gun control. Here we go. Let's go. Damn, gun control, you fucking...
what they experience, who tell me this is something out of the ordinary.
There was already it's like 6:15, 6:20. There's like
Who wants to do more gun control?
That some Bonita residents
Huh?
woke up to early Saturday morning.
Noose
Yellow crime
yourself.
scene tape, a heavy police presence with the SWAT truck on scene as well.
We came out here, actually walked out to the front of the house, and you can hear the kind of the screaming.
For Alex, who lives on Country Vistas Lane, it wasn't just what he saw, it's what he heard.
We started hearing noises. It seemed like it was like a helicopter or somebody saying like, "Hey, put the gun down."
Chula Vista police say they responded to a home on this street around 5:41 a.m. for a family disturbance involving a firearm. They say several family members were hiding outside when they arrived, and the suspect was inside the home with access to multiple firearms. Police say the suspect came out of the home on his own with the firearm on his lap. After multiple attempts for the suspect to walk away from the firearm with his hands up,
You can tell they were screaming louder. They're like, "Put it down, put it down." And then I thought they were still going at it, so we went inside. And as soon as I walked inside, that's when the gunshots, you hear the gunshots. Da, da, da.
police say the suspect pointed the gun in the direction of the officers, and that's when 3 officers opened fire.
It's just different. You don't
Magdo.
hear that around here. So when you hear that around here, like, wait, what's going on now?
The suspect suffered multiple gunshot wounds and was rushed to the hospital where he later died. Now Alex has lived here for around 4 years and says it's the first time something like this has ever happened.
It's super odd.
Well, I
And
mean,
think
yeah.
that's why it was
4
unusual, right? It's
years.
the quietest neighborhood. It's
Motherfucker's
like you live here,
basically
car
new
doors
to the
open,
neighborhood.
Garage door open one night.
Eh,
Nothing
eh.
happens. Nobody breaks in or nothing. So yeah, absolutely not.
Meantime, San Diego Homicide is investigating, and when it completes its investigation, it will then be reviewed by the San Diego County District Attorney's Office.
Man, this is a nice neighborhood, too. Wow. Look at the houses. Look at the fucking... So nice. Too bad.
In Bonita, Tali Latoy, ABC
Oh, too
10
bad.
News.
So sad.
The Chula Vista Police Department is now looking into the
Oh,
officer's
more gun
discharge
control,
of the
eh?
firearm.
Ah,
The
you
FBI and the
fucks.
United States Attorney's Office will also be monitoring this investigation.
Yeah, anyways, more gun control isn't gonna really fucking do anything. To be honest. Every time they do gun control, it really doesn't do shit. The issue is you got a bunch of gang members who keep illegally getting literally. Literally. You literally have people getting guns illegally every day.
There are valid criticisms out there about the fact that there is not a cohesive message coming from the Democratic Party. What's your take on that?
Well, I think the message that comes from the Democratic Party is a good message. The problem we've got, Alice, is that we have to depend upon the media to deliver it. If we have the Washington Post, for instance, caving to this wannabe dictator, and we've got other media entities that seem to rather push a narrative that will bring eyes to their newspapers or to their television sets and not really give a fair hearing or reporting to what we're doing. And I have to rely upon people like yourself, and I have to rely on
people like yourself,
people like
Jesus.
yourself. You do it.
So let me guess. He's been writing all of his books on chirp by chirp.
great job with this. That's why I like coming on your shows on the weekends, because you
yeah,
do
uh-huh.
a real good, substantive reporting
Yeah,
of what the
sure.
issues are
By the
around
way,
us. But
MSNBC.
when you got people saying we're not going to
People that
fact
lied
check,
about Trump already.
we're not going to worry about whether or not you're telling the
He already
truth,
got tagged
and
by the
just let
lawsuit.
the reports go out there. That's what's killing us as Democrats, because we don't have a stomach for just lying.
Are you fucking kidding me?
That's funny
Are you
because basically
fucking
all
kidding me right
leftists
now?
lie.
Are you fucking serious?
Well, at least the news media outlets and some content creators who try to act like the fucking gatekeeper of news. I was thinking about watching this today, but it's I don't have much time today because it's I got class. Well, not really class, but I have a meeting in the morning. Well, Chris Van Hollen admits the trip was paid for the taxpayers.
Who did pay for this trip?
Who did pay for this trip?
This was an officially cleared, congressional trip.
Oh, officially paid congressional trip, eh? Mm-hmm.
Wait, what? Yeah. Oh, you didn't know that. This was an officially cleared, congressional trip.
He's smirking that whole he can't fucking hold it in. He's just like, oh shit, they got me.
Yes, like every other trip, cleared
So
on a
taxpayer
bipartisan
dollars.
basis.
You have a very, very hard time convincing people that what you're doing is right and that you're really smart.
Oh, he didn't let it finish. He probably was gonna say, yeah. What is this? EU to declare country safe for deportation? Oh shit.
EU names 7 countries as safe and plan to fast-track migrant returns. I haven't had a look at this, but let's have a laugh. Let's have a right laugh. The European Union has identified 7 countries it considers safe countries of origin as part of proposals to speed up asylum applications, especially from those countries involved. Citizens from Kosovo.
Kosovo? What?
Uh-huh.
What the fuck?
Yeah, flyer.
That's one Kosovo? I have never heard of that place. Well, that's just me being an American, right? I've heard of Bangladesh, Colombia, Egypt, India, Morocco, Tunisia?
Bangladesh.
Tunisia?
Colombia.
Sorry, Tunisia? I think that's... Yeah, I have never heard of Tunisia or Kosovo. Kosovo.
Egypt, not the best, but not exactly like dangerous. India, not if you're a woman,
Oh yeah, yeah. In India, women are basically still objects.
You'll get raped and then you'll get into trouble.
Yeah.
Morocco, beh, and Tunisia also beh. Nothing too bad. Kosovo, a little bit. Colombia, a little bit as well. Bangladesh and Egypt are not so bad. They're just kind of like third worldy. India is a shithole. It's a giant shithole.
Oh, you weren't supposed to say the loud part.
Oh, sorry. Morocco, not the best.
You weren't
Tunisia,
supposed
also
to
not
say
the best.
that.
A few nice touristy places, though, apart from that one place where a bunch of tourists get massacred by ISIS. But anyway, would all have their
God damn it.
Claims fast-tracked within 3 months on the assumption that they were likely to fail. Marcus Lammer
you're
of the
talking
European
too
Commission
much
said
truth.
it would be
You
a
shut up.
dynamic list that could be expanded
shut
or
your face.
reviewed, with countries suspended or removed if they were no longer seen as safe. Ever since EU countries saw an influx of irregular migrants in 2015 to 16, they have sought to reform asylum rules. A pact on migration and asylum was agreed last year, but the EU says it does not come into force until June 2026. It wants to push through 2 key rules on speeding up processing. EU leaders called on the Commission last year to come up with plans to accelerate migrant returns, as EU figures suggested over 20% of people ordered to leave were sent back to their countries of origin. Under the plans, EU countries would be able to fast-track people coming either from safe countries or countries from which a maximum of 1 in 5 applicants are given protection. European countries that are candidates to join the EU will
I don't know. I tried to scroll just like I'm retarded.
automatically be considered safe, although exceptions are possible. For example, for countries at war, such as Ukraine. I think if there is an active ongoing conflict, then alright, you get a little bit of a pass. A little bit. However, that's where you go to your nearest, safest country. As soon as you go past that threshold, you're no longer a refugee, you're an economic migrant. Among the countries pushing for reform was...
Yeah, that's another thing, too. I feel like some of these people are going into, like, fine economic countries, and then they're just like, oh, no, I still have to go to this place because that's the safest. Like, what? Bro, you know that there's so many other countries that are relatively safe, and you can make a better living in those countries than trying to fucking move your ass all the way right to America or some fucking dumb shit like that. Like, stop. Why are you doing this to yourself?
Was Italy, which has seen a big influx since 2015. Other countries, including Germany, have imposed border
Not being
controls
bought
in a
in
bid
by
to limit
Gavin
irregular
Newscomb and his
migration.
fucking dumb
It's too late for
haircut
Germany.
and his sleazy fucking
Germany is bad. Have
cheesy
you
ass
seen the rape
smile.
statistics for Germany? It is atrocious. It's
Jesus
so
Christ.
fucking bad.
Fuck
Although
that guy.
Italy is among several
That
member
dude can
states that
fucking
already have
eat
designated
shit and
safe
die.
countries, it is thought that an agreed EU list would deter asylum seekers from targeting those with looser regulations. I say it doesn't matter about the safe countries, just send them back. Because loads of people that are coming over here and going like, oh yeah, I'm going to get persecuted if I go back home, and then it was discovered that they visited back home to go visit their family like 2 or 3 times that year.
Yeah.
Oh, I thought it was dangerous, big man. See, as soon as
I'm
they
gonna
do
get
that, send them back
persecuted. Oh, I'm gonna get persecuted if I go back home and see my family. Because I decided to migrate. You I fucking hate you people.
immediately. Just cancel the return ticket home and
Yeah.
go, oh, well, you lied. Because the overwhelming vast majority of them are. Just go,
Yeah.
you fucking lied, so you can stay there.
Yeah.
I think the instant someone says, oh, I should be able to stay here because I'm persecuted, and then you catch them visiting the place they claimed they were going to be persecuted in, going, oh, well, look at that, you're fine. Visa revoked. Citizenship revoked. Bye-bye. Fucking, it does my head in.
Yeah.
We are being taken for a bunch of mugs. Although Italy is among several, have I just read that? Morocco, Tunisia and Egypt have all seen large numbers of irregular migrants leave their shores to cross the Mediterranean in recent years. Although a lot of them aren't Moroccan, Tunisian or Egyptian nationals, they're just coming up through Africa into those countries to then get trafficked across the Mediterranean.
Yeah,
and everyone's like, yeah, it's great that they're getting trafficked across. You know the people that are
Yeah,
smuggling people are...
It's funny how everyone's like, how do you... It's like, yeah, there's a bunch of migrants and immigrants coming, but at the same time, a lot of these people are doing fucking criminal activity to fucking get here. Like, come the fuck on. You know that some of these people are interacting with fucking criminals to fucking get here. And they're paying them handsomely to do more crime. Like, you guys are so fucked.
Across the Mediterranean, they're charging shit tons of money, which is then go back to terrorist groups that are massacring villages and raping children. Did
You know
that?
why people have issues with fucking politicians and fucking certain groups of people? It's because of this shit right here, funding goddamn terrorist groups. You guys are so fucked in the head. I hope you all fucking eat shit and die. God damn.
Yay, leftism. But it doesn't matter because this Kofta's delicious, this wide range of restaurants. I love diversity. The list has been welcomed by Giorgia
diversity.
Meloni's right-wing government, Interior Minister... Oh, it's
You guys are
right-wing
so
this week.
fucked.
That's great. It was far-right for a long time. Interior Minister Matteo Piantedosi
If I'm
hailed it
helping
as a success
anyone,
for
I'm
Rome.
helping
It's a
people get
success for Rome.
fucking
I get
got.
thrown back into another
I
era
will
there.
build a
Kizo,
lot of
that
fucking
Bangladesh,
bombs
Egypt,
if
and
I.
Tunisia were on the list in the
Fuck
face
you
of purely
people.
ideological political opposition.
I will
Italian
use my
judges blocked
degree to
Meloni's bid
fucking
send
murder
Egyptian
people.
and Bangladeshi migrants to
Happy?
detention centres in
Government, you
Albania
fucks?
because while the government in Rome deemed their country safe, the European Court of Justice said they could not be
Yeah,
seen
that's
as
what the
safe if
government
all of their
wants,
regions
right?
and minorities
They want
were
to turn
not.
a bunch of
The new
educated
proposals
people
will
into
now
a
need
bunch
to
of
be- I'm just gonna
murderers,
send them to
eh?
those areas
Yeah,
then.
why
The new
not?
proposals will now need to be
Right?
approved by both the European Parliament
That's
and
what
EU
politicians
member
want.
states.
That's
And
what
some
people
human rights
want.
groups have expressed concerns
Right? They want
about
the
plans.
gauntlet. They
Euromed
want
Rights,
the
a network of human
gladiator
rights
dome.
organisations warned that it was misleading and
They want to
dangerous
pit
to label the 7
people
countries as
against
safe
each
because
other
they
and fucking
included
kill
countries
each
with
other.
documented
They
rights
want
abuses.
bloodbaths, right?
Wow. There's nowhere in Britain or Europe that's doing that all the fucking
I
time.
mean, that's what we're getting right now,
you're right.
all over the
Limited
fucking streets.
protections for both their own citizens and migrants. Nah, migrants over here have more protections than the indigenous people. Much more protections. If you assault a migrant, you'll get a
It's
harsher
like,
sentence
yeah,
than
you're
if
lucky
you
we're not in any
assaulted an
fucking war
indigenous person.
conflict. But you guys keep
Because it gets
fucking
that little hate crime sticker stuck on there. And
propagating shit
that's
up
basically
to
telling the
the
judge,
fucking
make this
extreme
punishment
for
very,
no
very
reason.
severe, because we totally don't have a two-tier justice system. Not at all. We do not cut back on fundamental and human rights, said Commission spokesman Marcus Lammert. Under EU law, member states have to carry out individual assessments of each
I mean, no, these people do have a reason. They're trying to get you to spend money on these fucking dumb shit activist movements that fucking do fuck all. They don't do anything. What has the the movement against the Russia-Ukraine war has done? Nothing. Fuck all. Still war going on. How about the Hamas Israel conflict? Still shit going on. Nothing stopped. Like all these people, oh yeah, for the Palestinians, oh yeah, for the Israelis. Still, the fucking war is still going. Like what?
asylum application in each individual
Guys are
case.
fucking brain
There's been
dead.
multiple cases submitted to the European Court of Human Rights. There was that woman from Austria that called Mohammed a paedophile. She had her case overturned, and there's also the fact that Germany are outright trying to ban a democratic party because they don't like that they are gaining a lot of votes, which basically means Germany is a controlled democracy, which means that's it. As soon as they do that, Germany is no longer a democratic country. And the last time Germany was not a democratic country. Woo!
Yeah. I kind of said it on stream at one point too. I was all like, oh shit. Germany's becoming whole. Germany's becoming like the old days, eh?
I'm just saying. You know, history doesn't repeat itself, but it rhymes. Right, but okay, good idea, a nice little step in the right direction. I'll believe it when I see it, etc., etc. But my whole thing is, we can only send them back to safe countries. My rebuttal to that is, who gives a fuck?
Yeah, who gives a fuck, you know?
Who gives a fuck? They survived this.
Just fucking send them not to our goddamn country. Why the fuck do you keep sending people to our country we didn't ask for? Why do you keep pushing people out of these fucking countries that are your own goddamn fucking citizens? It makes no fucking sense. Oh, maybe because they've done some heinous shit or some shit. I don't know. Why the fuck are you kicking these people out of your own country?
Long. They survived this long. You know, that 14-year-old guy coming over on the raft with like a beard and covered in body hair. I'm 14. Put me in class with your child.
Yeah, put me in class with. Yeah, 14. Yeah,
that was a thing
smart.
for a while where there was like 30-odd-year-old men in school classes and stuff like that. Yeah, that was fun. That was a great
that's
laugh.
interesting.
But like, yeah, I say who gives a shit? Just send them back. That's it. They came over here illegally, right? They have broken the law. Tough shit.
Yeah.
Tough shit. You don't get rewarded for breaking the law. You get sent back to your supposed.
Yeah, that's another thing. Why do our governments give free shit to criminals? It makes no fucking sense. It's so fucking stupid.
Dangerous country, and you've managed to survive this long that I'm sure you'll be just fine.
Why are you giving free shit to criminals? Huh? Are you a criminal yourself? That's probably why. Alright, let's see what's here. Pentagon. What the fuck? Every headpiece they run about Hegseth, the more convinced I am that he's doing great at the Pentagon. Okay. That's kind of cringe, but okay. What the fuck? P. Hegseth can run around nude with a flag and do 1,000 push-ups, but it won't change the fact that he does not have the executive experience. Wait, this is Pete Hegseth? What are you talking about? That doesn't look like Pete Hegseth. What? Oh? New York Times reports Pete Hegseth allegedly shared Yemen strike details, including FA-18 horoscopes and private signal chat with wife, brother, and lawyer. Okay. So people are just saying a bunch of random shit with no source included, who they heard it from, but okay. Professor Jeffrey Sachs, we live in an imperial state where the security services, the CIA, National Security Council, Pentagon, the big arms contractors determines.
So that is we live in an imperial state where the security services, the CIA, National Security Council, Pentagon,
Oh, bro, what do you want?
big arms.
How you doing? Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Oh, that dude got fucked up. Oh, no. I shouldn't have showed that on stream. Someone got fucking drone strike. Just finished Last of Us second episode? Oh, how'd it go? What? How'd it go? Did it do the thing? Joel dies. Did it do the thing? Yeah. It did the thing, yeah. Was the thing cool? No force is threatening you until you comply willingly. No one is forcing you to have sex with me, but if you refuse, you don't get to work. Jesus. Not forcing you, just taking away everything until you consent. Oh man, sounds like judges and lawyers and politicians or anyone who's dealing with lobbying and shit. It was aight. That's it? Just aight? This is the whole woke mind virus action. Your 10-minute space ride is uniting the whole country. I hope not. Jesus fuck. Jeez. Neil Cuckman still has this Insta account disabled. I mean, he's I can't. I have to. New Democrat judge from New Mexico abruptly resigns after suspected Tren de Aragua. Gang member is arrested for firearm possession at his residence. No way. No. Judge Jose Joel Cano submitted a letter of resignation in March. In February, HSI, Venezuela National El Paso, arrested Christian Ortega Lopez at a Las Cruces residence owned by Judge Cano following an anonymous tip. Oh, shit. Ortega has been residing in New Mexico after reportedly being apprehended by U.S. Border Patrol in 2023 at Eagle Pass, Texas. Following an illegally entry by scaling a barbed wire fence despite the arrest, he was released just 3 days later due to overcrowded in detention facilities. He has been charged via criminal complaint with unlawfully possession of firearm or ammunition as an illegal alien. He will remain in custody until this trial, which has yet to be scheduled. If found guilty, he should face up to 15 years in prison. Well, there you have it. Jesus, Jews, Jesus. He has riseneth. What a difference 1 year makes. Target went from fully woke to honoring Christian holiday. Target to close all 1978 stores for some 24 hours as it joins Easter blackout. Oh. Kansas City, July 2019. Kill all white people. Black serial killer charged for murder and targeting 6 white victims in Kansas City, Missouri. Misery Land? Sorry. I'm so sad. I don't mean to call Missouri fucking Misery Land. Oh, shit. What was it? The 15... This was recently. Teen girl assaulted, stabbed to death by 15-year-old boyfriend in park. Oh, shit. God damn. I guess some shit went down. Casey man faces multiple charges after stabbing 2 children in Kansas City. Well, there's another one. This is July 10th, 2024. Teen sentenced in deadly Kansas City school stabbing. That was a year ago. 18-year-old charged with stabbing teenage girl to death. Dude, what is with all the stabbings? Stab, stab. Stab, 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 stab. Oh shit, I'm sorry. Pretty Boy, what? Kansas City Massacre and Pretty Boy Floyd? What the fuck? Oh. Oh, this is an old, man, this is back in fucking 1933. I guess someone went on a fucking stabbing spree, right? Oh yeah, the Kansas City Massacre. Oh wait, Pretty Boy Floyd. Yeah, that actually rings a bell. I probably heard about this. Oh yeah, okay, yeah, okay, yeah, Frank Nash and yeah, okay, yeah, yeah, I've heard about this before. Tanya Chamberlain's homicide. Okay, anyways. This was in July 2019. Jesus. Hmm. Let's say Kendrick Finch went to when this man brushed his hand against the car. Jesus. Oh shit, what is that? Lebanese restaurant with a beautiful view towards a Hezbollah target being blown up. Hmm. Yeah, I mean, I don't want to talk about the fucking Austin Metcalf thing. I can't, man. I feel like I talked about it to fucking death. I think the father kind of fucked himself on this one, as with the statements he made and shit. And now there's a bunch of weird activist people doing weird shit now. It's gotten fucking blown out of proportion now. Isabel, what are universities suspend expel students for visas who support terrorism?